Head of Planning, to please lead us with an opening prayer, please. Malam Abbas Mohammed Barao to please lead us today. Yes. So you are most welcome, sir. So having said this, the first in this program of event is the
إن الذين يتلون كتاب الله وأقاموا الصلاة وأنفقوا مما رزقناهم سرا وعلانية يرجون تجارة لن تبور ليوفيهم أجورهم ويزيدهم من فضله إنه غفور شكور والذي أوحينا إليك من الكتاب هو الحق مصدقا لما بين يديه إن الله بعباده لخبير بصير ثم أورثنا الكتاب الذين اصطفينا من عبادنا ومنهم ظالم لنفسه ومنهم مقتصد ومنهم سابق بالخيرات بإذن الله ذلك هو الفضل الكبير جنات عدن يدخلونها يحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ويلبسون ثيابا حمرا من سندس واستبرق يحلون فيها من أساور من ذهب ولؤلؤا ولباسهم فيها حرير وقالوا الحمد لله الذي أذهب عنا الحزن إن ربنا لغفور شكور.
So, without taking much of our time, at this point I would like to Imam Abu Sufyan to please come forward for a short nasiha.
Islam is the religion of justice. If every religion has a characteristics, then the characteristics of Islam is justice. Justice and fairness, it is law and reality and the obligatory duty which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala imposed on everyone without exception. He imposed it to the messenger of God, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, and other he has commanded them to follow the same foot. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِذَلِكَ فَدَعْ وَاسْتَقِمْ فاستقم كما أمرت ولا تتبع أهواءهم وقل آمنت بما أنزل الله من كتاب وأمرت لأعدل بينكم. So call upon God and stand firm as you have been commanded, and do not follow their inclinations and say, I have believed with what God has revealed on the book, and I have been commanded to be just among you. In Islam, justice is the pillar that will keep every society, any nation, any ruling, any establishment. Ibn Khaldun mentioned in his introduction of a chapter entitled Justice is a sign, injustice is a sign of destruction of civilization. So any society that won't be strong, that won't be up to the task, that want to be abided by all what they need, they demand to imbibe justice in all what they are doing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to help us and guide us in the right path.
I would like to quickly invite the Chairman, Imam, Federal Teaching Hospital, Kebbi, Dr. Imam, to please welcome the gathering. Sir, you also please.
Provides us with a unique opportunity to reflect on our shared journey, celebrate our achievements, and chart the way forward for Imam. I would like to acknowledge and welcome our esteemed dignitaries who have honored us with their presence today. The Chief Medical Director, Federal Teaching Hospital, Kebbi, ably represented by the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, whose unwavering support has been invaluable to the success of Imam. The members of the Shura Committee, whose wisdom and advice have been pillars of strength for Imam. The Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, the Director of Finance, for their consistent contributions toward creating a conducive environment for healthcare delivery. Our distinguished lecturer, who will soon join us, who will enlighten us with insights to guide our path and as medical professionals and Muslims. The Executive Secretary of Kechema, whose presence underscores the significance of this occasion to our community, and all other invited guests, colleagues, and Imam members whose commitment and support have made this event possible. It is important to remind ourselves the foundation and mission of Imam. Imam is a subsidiary of the Federation of Islamic Medical Association, Imam, established as an independent and non-political body to unite Nigerian medical and health workers in promoting a better understanding of Islam and improving healthcare delivery within the framework of Islamic principles. At our branch here, the Federal Teaching Hospital, Imam operates through several vital committees, which includes patient and staff welfare committee, catering to the needs of patients and staff in alignment with Islamic values, medical outreach committees, delivering healthcare services to underserved communities, mosque and da'wah activities, in partnership with professionals in da'wah, fostering spiritual growth alongside professional development, the cooperative committee, the Sisters Forum, and the editorial played
from the Imam Malatunga, the former Chief Imam of the Federal Teaching Hospital, Mosque. Malatunga, Assalamu alaikum.
In short, I encourage everyone to extend their full support to the Muslim executive as they take on the responsibility of the Imam to greater heights. On behalf of the organizing committee, I once again welcome I pray that Allah bless our deliberations, strengthens our unity, and rewards our efforts. Thank you for your time.
an gaisuwa ta addinin musulunci muna ƙara godiya ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanda ya sake haɗa ma wannan wuri mai albarka saboda gabatar da ayyuka na addinin musulunci. Shawarar da nake so in bayar shine yau kowa ya sani a cikin ƙasar nan akwai matsaloli daban-daban. Akwai matsaloli irin na 'yan bindiga, akwai ainihin yunwa, akwai talauci da makamantansu. Duk abin da ya yi tsanani a koma ma Allah. Sannan a bi karantarwar annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sannan a tsaya a yi tunani menene ke dalilin kawo irin waɗannan ababe. What are the reasons behind it? Ashek Uthman bin Fodiyo ta gama da Allah da rahmatihi a cikin littafin Sanurul Albab yana cewa fasalun fi umuri allati ammatil balwa biha wa in kanat musibatun ammatun fil buldan. أولاً ما يفعله كثير من العلماء من ترك الزوجات والبنات والأبيد مهملة من غير أن يعلموهم ما فرض الله عليهم من عقائدهم ووضوئهم وصلاتهم. الشيخ عثمان بن فودو yace dalilan da yasa bala'i da masiba suna watsuwa a ƙasar Hausa. Kun ga ya daɗe da yin wannan littafin kuma shi ya wuce, amma mun fi ganin irin waɗannan abubuwa halin da ake ciki yanzu. To ya faɗi dalilai masu dama, amma sai ya ce na farko ma ya faɗo kafirun min ulama. Akwai abin da yawa malamai suke aikatawa min tarki zaujati na barin matayensu walbanati da 'ya'yansu mata wal'abidi da bayansu muhmilatan sun bar su haka kawai sake min ghairi an yu'allimuhum ma faradallahu alaihim ba tare da suna karantar da su abinda Allah ya farlanta a kansu ba min aqaidihim na ainihin wato aqidodinsu. Wannan shi a farkon abin da ake bukata a gano, a san bambanci tsakanin shirka da kuma ainihin tauhidi, a san bambanci tsakanin bid'a da sunna. Sannan mutum ya san cewa babu shakka shi tauhidi shi ne na farko. Don haka ashe kenan Sheikh Usman bin Fodiyo ya fara da malamai. Domin ya ce za ka ici malami yana karantar da ɗalibai sabahan wa masa'an da safiya da marace, amma da za ka koma a cikin gida ka tambayi matan shi sai ka isko musu san komai ba na addinin musulunci. Saboda haka ashe kenan rashin karantar da mata addinin musulunci shina cikin dalilan da yasa wato musiba tana wasuwa. Za ka ji tausayi idan ka ga yadda wasu suke sallah, wasu ba su rufe jikinsu. Walbaratu kulluha awratun ba adal wajhi wal kaffaini. Ita mace dukkan jikinta al'aura ne in bancin huskarta da takunanta. Kuma haka ake so lokacin da ta zo za ta yi sallah ya zamanto ba hijabi irin hijab aka ce mai ko wanda yake a takaicen takaitawa bai wuce bakin cibiyarta ba. A'a, hijabi ake bukata wanda zai kai ƙasa ya sako, in ma son samu ne ya ma rufe dugaduganta. Saboda haka ashe da ni da kai da shi da ita wajibinmu ne mu karantar da matanmu su san ilmi na addinin musulunci. Dalili kuwa al'ummu madrasatun idza a'adattaha. Ita uwa wata irin makaranta ce, amma idan an yi tattalinta, to yaya ake tattalinta shine za za a yi kokari a ilmantar da ita domin yara za su tashi suna mafi yawa suna tare da ita, ubannai suna fita waje domin ayyuka da makamantansu da nemo abinci, amma su waɗannan mataye suna nan cikin gida tare da yara. Idan suka samu ilimi wanda an na ƙwarai, to babu shakka za su yi ƙoƙari yara su san tarbiyya. Idan ko aka bar su haka nan sake, to wannan shi zai kawo lalacewar al'umma. Saboda haka a Sheikh Uthman bin Fodio ya faɗi abubuwa da yawa waɗanda suke kawo dalilin wato watsuwar ainihin bala'i a cikin ƙasashe ko kuma a cikin garuruwa. Ya jama'ar musulmi, wato a Sheikh Abdullahi Gwandu shi kuma a cikin littafinsa Diya'us Siyasat ya kawo matsaloli da suke sa a samu matsala daga shugabanni, wanda yake topic din da mai abin nan presenter din mu na zai shi ne leadership in Islam. To Sheikh Abdullahi bin Fodio cikin wannan littafi Diya'us Siyasat ya kawo cewa siyasa kashi biyu suke. Akwai siyasa ta ƙwarai kuma akwai mugunya. Wacce ce siyasa ta ƙwarai? Wadda talaka zai ji daɗi, talaka zai yi walwala, talaka zai samu abinci, talaka zai samu ababe na more rayuwa, ba abin da ke zama matsala ga talaka. Wannan ita ce a siyasa wadda ya zama to mai kyawu. Wadda an ba haka ba, to ita ce mugunyar siyasa. Allah shi mana kariya. Nan ana nihin shugabanni su adalci kamar yadda Malam Abu Sufyan ya yi bayani. Saboda haka shugabanci wani abu ne mai girma a addinin musulunci, kuma wajibi ne shugabanni su koyi da rayuwa ta Annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam da kuma sahabbansa. Ana nuna mini lokaci yayi, zan tsaya a nan insha Allah. Abin da muka faɗa daidai Allah ya ba mu lada.
Make a presentation. It's going to be a brief one because I was supposed to steal like 10 minutes before my brother arrived, and now he's here, so I have to make it very brief. So fortunately, it's actually a brief report on what we have been doing or what we have been able to achieve with the construction of our new masjid for this hospital. I'm going to give you a summary of what we were able to do by the special grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the past 8 years since we were inaugurated as a committee. So I'll look at in terms of reference by which we were all supposed to work, how we did, how we executed the assignment, then the project execution itself, our income and expenditure, our successes, our challenges, what is remaining with the mosque, and then the next steps, and we conclude. These are the members of that committee. We're charged with the responsibility to bargain and purchase all necessary materials needed for the execution of the project. We are also to keep proper records of all the transactions and report all activities periodically to the main committee. To hire and pay workforce for the project. For those of us that maybe we have some visitors from outside, what this is talking about actually, if as you come through the gates of FMC, to your left, you'll see a structure there. That is the mosque that is being constructed for the community, hospital community and people around this area. And that's what we are talking about. So when the subcommittee was constituted in 2017, and it was an offshoot of the main committee, there's a main masjid committee that is chaired by our brother, Alhaji Abbas, like this. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so it was a subcommittee from that main committee that was constituted in 2017. We had our very first meeting December of 2017. So we started a subcommittee who had the building plan, and we were also the technical people that interpreted what was in the plan. So they would interpret it in terms of the quantity needed and the actual materials needed. Then they would give that to us, and that was what we used to now do our market survey to look for people that would execute that phase of the project, and then to request for money from the main committee and to actually execute that phase of the project. So clarification and guidance was such. Anytime we felt we needed to be guided technically, we always made reference to the technical subcommittee, and we thank them for that. We were supervised by the main committee under the leadership of Alhaji Abbas. So the execution of the construction activity took place in phases, and the reason for that you will soon see why we had to do it in phases and why it took us as long as 7 years to get to where we were. So the different phases, we started with preliminaries, clearing the sites, identifying people that will go through the excavation and things like that, then doing the foundation, and then the BDC work. Then after that we went to the superstructure, that's the main construction. If you look at it, it looks like it's a story building. Actually it's because the female section is a second floor. Then the third phase was decking to head course. Then we took the roofing, and then after that there was piping for electrical, installation of electrical wiring, then plastering, purchase and fixing of doors and windows. Then the next phase was wiring, then sealing, water tank stand, handrails and walkers. Then POP work and screening of the walls. Then tiling of floor and walls. The more recent phases in 2014, 2024 were minaret construction, fencing and others, then interlock. You'd wonder why minaret is coming after most of the other work has been done. Actually, like I said, we are not technical, and I keep telling them, if you give me a patient and you tell me to diagnose a problem, I will do that. If you say treat this patient, I will do that. But if you give me a building plan, I don't know anything about it, so somebody must interpret it for me. So we depended on the interpretation from the technical committee, and I think there was a mix-up at one time. The minaret came as an afterthought, so that's why it's lower down. Then fencing and others. Interlock is there because we have not infinite mercy and his bounties. He put barakah in it, and alhamdulillah, over 7 years you see we're able to generate as much as 55 million from that kind of donation. Every month, at the beginning, every month we were able to generate like 600 and something thousand, about 650,000 every month. But now I think the contribution has dwindled because some people who had pledged to have donations deducted have left the hospital, and some of us that have joined really have not given their consent yet for deductions to start. I think that is the reason for the fall in the amount of money. So we are now getting like 450,000 every month. And you also agree with me, of course, the value of that 400 is not as much as even the value of the 200 of the time we started. So there's also...
Before I hand over this microphone, I would like to quickly recognize Ms. Osman Abakar, Committee, Madam Umar Al-Selwa. You are most welcome. Rahman Al-Gi.
I hope you will bear with me, being a layman, though really a friend of FHT for many years, and I pray that I want to be a friend of this good organization, institution. So, but I still want you to bear with me, being not one of the medical personnel. Therefore, sometimes I might go out of, my language might not be suitable to the August gathering here. I hope that you'll bear with me. So the topic of discuss, I take it back to the leadership in Islam, then I will come in to talk about what my sister, Dr. Aisha Mahdi, whom had been working for Islam for long, even before creating Kebbi State, said as she was presenting her success here, that she enjoyed the harmony between her and her people as they were working together for Allah. So I will talk about that inshallah, and I will try to be brief as much as I could. So, my respected brothers and sisters in Islam, we all know that Islam is a comprehensive religion covering all human endeavors, be it educational, economical, political, and what have you. Therefore, leadership is not left behind in Islam. If Islam will tell you how the ethics that you should observe in the toilet, at home, with your family, what more of leadership? That is very, very important. Therefore, leadership is not left behind in Islam, and has been enshrined in the Quran and the Sunnah, as well as the consensus of the ulama. Allah Ta'ala said that Ma faratna fil kitabi min shay, as we all read in the glorious Quran. So leadership, apart from being, as we shall see inshallah, something that we Muslims have been enjoined to establish, then for every set of community there must be leadership for success and for orderliness and for law and order to be maintained. Now, leadership definition in the language of the Quran, the language of Islam, I mean the language of the Quran, sorry, there are many words that in Arabic connote leadership. In the paper is there are about 10 that we come across. Some of them are al-imama, al-walaya, al-ri'aya, al-ri'asa, al-siyada, al-siyasa, yes, siyasa, which has been twisted to be Hausa word, but al-siyasa means leadership in a short form. Then al-qudwa and al-qiyada and al-za'ama. All of those are synonymous to leadership. Allah Ta'ala talks about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam that وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا. Now that word imama is translated as a leader, whom will be a role model for others to copy. And we know that the Quran tells us لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ then في إبراهيم قد كان لكم أسوة حسنة في إبراهيم So even the Prophet ﷺ was asked to follow their model. And also we, as followers of the Prophet ﷺ, are enjoined also to follow the model of Ibrahim ﷺ, because Allah has already made him Imam, a guide. Scholars of Arabic grammar say that even a path can be called Imam because it is a guide. It guides you. You will follow the path and you will reach your target. So that word Imam, being leader. Also the prophets, other prophets, Allah Ta'ala says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِهِ وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْهِمْ فِيهَا الصَّلَاةَ وَإِقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ وَكَانُوا لَنَا عَابِدِينَ. So وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً, we made them to be leaders. يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِهِ, they guide the people out of our command. We command and we guide people to follow our command. So they lead in following Allah's command. And that was how our own Prophet Muhammad did. Other prophets, like Prophet Shu'aib said, وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ أُخَالِفَكُمْ إِلَىٰ مَا أَنْهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ. I do not intend to go against what I command you to do. And some non-Muslims, about the second caliph of Islam, Umar radiallahu anhu, a non-Muslim was commenting on Umar, and he said that Umar will be the first one to obey the rule that he asks you to obey. So that is what I expect of every leader. And sorry, I hope I will not be translated as political, but it's an example. Some Nigerians say that yes, we can endure the hardship, but we want to see our leaders enduring the hardship themselves. Let them lead. Yes, let us see them living as we are living. Living behind their motor cars, or to come down 50% in their own lifetime. So then we can follow them. But you can't tell me to endure the hardship that you innovated on me while you are enjoying yourself and I am seeing. So, but sorry for my words. Okay. So this is a short discourse about leadership. Now, what of established leadership? In Islam, establishment of leadership is an obligation. Sheikh Abdullah Fodio, in his Diya'ul Hukam, Fima Lahum wa Alayhim, and simultaneously, Sheikh Uthman bin Fodio, his elder brother, in his...
I want to thank my senior brother, as I told you, Alan Ismail. He was the Imam of my school in 1983, and as fate would have it, I became Imam in 1984 as his junior brother. When I was with stars. The things, as you know, they turn out upside down. That's why you see me with the gray hair. And you see Marlon still going and attending his PhD without gray hair. So thank you, Marlon, Jazakumullahu khairan. And really, before I say a few words about the goodwill message, I want to also give a few comments on the topic that Sheikh has given to us. First, the chairman, Chief Imam Sorry, initially talked to us about Islam being the way of life of every Muslim, not just rituals. And a lot of verses come to mind. In Surah Al-Shu'ara, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاكَ عَلَى شَرِيعَةٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْرِ فَاتَّبِعْهَا وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ إِنَّهُمْ لَن يَضُرُّوكَ شَيْئًا لَن يَضُرُّوا عَنكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ شَيْئًا. And then we guided you on a way of life, is Sharia. فَاتَّبِعْهَا, follow her, O Muhammad, and your followers. وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Don't follow the wishful thinking of the ignorant ones amongst us. And what is Sharia? Beyond just coining it as a way of life, scholars over the Islamic history have tried to define actually what the way of life of a Muslim is. Starting from the scientific period of the Islamic history, Al-Juwayni and Imam al-Haramain, the teacher of the famous Ghazali, introduced